Hey, welcome back. So today I'm going to show you just a quick little tip. I've had to work on these spinners several times. This is a spinner assembly for a salt dog spreader. This one is the SHPE 2000. However, the spinners on these are the same for several models, and it doesn't really matter if you've got a tailgate spreader or an insert spreader, or even a different brand spreader. This is about the same. So the problem with this unit, as you can see, it's been damaged. So we backed up into something and it bent it up. So I'm trying to take it apart to sort of salvage it. You can see it's bent all through here, and it's bent in the back. Most of it, it's not cracked or damaged, and the spinner itself isn't bad. And I think the motor and everything still works. So we're going to try to basically just get this piece right through here that everything bolts to, and try to get it straightened out and fixed up. The problem is, whenever you try to work on these, whether or not you have a problem with the actual spinner brakes, or let's say that your motor inside here goes bad, you need to take the spinner off of this shaft right here. So that becomes the problem, because on the bottom of this spinner there's a pin with a cotter pin in it, and it seizes up and you can't get it off of there. So basically, to get the motor out, or to get any of this assembly apart, you can see here, if we look at it at a different angle, that it goes right through this metal bracket and there's a hole there. So there's no way to get this apart. The motor is inside there. The gear mechanism is inside there, and the electric motor is over here. So there's no way to get that apart without taking out this pin right here. Let's take a look at that. It becomes a problem. So I'm going to show you how I dealt with it, and I get these apart. Basically, you get to this pin right here, and I pounded on it like I usually do, PV blaster, pound on it. I got the cotter pin off of this side here, but I pounded on it so much that it's basically smashed in place. So what I did is, on the bottom, you can see I've cut a couple notches. So I just used this razor knife right here, and what I did is, from the bottom side, you can see, I just cut notches right across here with my razor knife so I could get this out. And then I took out these little pieces of rubber that are part of the spinner assembly. However, this will allow me to be able to take out this seized up and rusted out pin that goes through the motor shaft right there. Because the way it is right now, there's not a lot of clearance. I mean, you can try to hammer it and stuff like that with a hammer, but it doesn't work very good, and that thing's seized in there really good. You can't heat it up with a torch or you'll melt your spinner. So you really can't get this out very good. The only way to get it out is probably going to be to grind it off on both ends and then drill it out. Or try to grind it off and maybe press it out or something like that. But either way, you have to get this spinner out of the way. So those spinners on these units, they can be kind of expensive. I mean, I'm talking, they're not ridiculous, but I think a replacement's 80 or 90 bucks for that. So you want to try to preserve it. So what I've done, as you can see, is I just cut that notch out of there. Then, after I have this notch cut out of here, so I'm just going to take this socket to loosen it up. And I'm going to put it over here. I'm just going to give it a smack. And now you can see that spinner is loose from the shaft. And I have space in there. So now you can see with the space in there, now I'll be able to go ahead and cut this off. What I'm going to do is grind this off and I'll be able to drill it out or press it out. So that's what I'm going to work on now. But really the intent of this video was to show you how to get this loose without ruining your spinner. Now the thing is, after I get this off, I'll be able to slide this spinner right off of here and I'll have room. Then when I go to put the new one on, I can slide it on, put a new pin through here, and be able to slide this back down to the appropriate spot, just like that, so that it doesn't slip on me. Now on top of that, there is a bonus here. If you look at these spinners, there's an extra hole right up there at the bottom of the shaft. So you can actually put a second pin through that area, or what I would recommend is a stainless steel bolt and a lock nut through there. And that will keep your spinner from floating up and down on the shaft after you put the new one together. So as I go to replace this, I'm probably going to replace these both with stainless steel bolts and nuts. That way I can take them on and off much easier. But when you do that, you'll be able to replace this, still use your spinner, not have to replace it with an $80 part, and then replace or fix any components you need to. So hopefully that's helped. Let me get to grinding this off, and you can keep watching, or now you know the secret, so you can go ahead and take care of the ones you need to fix. So don't forget to subscribe to my videos, ring that bell so you can see some new tips and tricks, ways to get things apart, or ways to fix things more creatively so you don't have to spend extra money. So thanks for watching, subscribe to my videos, talk to you soon.